Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a virtual journey way up into the breathtaking Garhwal Himalayas. We're heading to a peak that sits majestically at over 9,000 feet above sea level. It's this incredible place where ancient mythology, deep human devotion, and some seriously cutting-edge environmental engineering all collide. It's basically a masterclass in how we can build major infrastructure without, destroying the pristine nature around it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the core puzzle we're exploring today. For centuries, pilgrims have been making this arduous climb to the Surkanda Devi Temple, dealing with extreme altitudes and crazy steep terrain. But as footfall increases, a massive challenge pops up. How in the world do you balance this huge influx of religious devotion with protecting a super fragile alpine ecosystem? It's a tough balancing act, right?
Well, that brings us to Section 1, the legend of Surkanda.
So to really understand why this massive engineering effort was even necessary in the first place, we've got to look at the powerful myth that literally defines this entire region. According to legend, goddess Sati sacrificed herself by stepping into a fire after her father insulted her husband, Lord Shiva. Consumed by this immense grief and rage, Shiva began a furious cosmic dance while carrying Sati's body. Now, to protect the universe from Shiva's destructive sorrow, Lord Vishnu stepped in and used his Sudarshan chakra to carefully separate Sati's body. The story goes that Sati's head, or Sur, fell exactly at this mountainous spot. Over time, Surkanda actually evolved into the name Surkanda, making the site one of the 51 highly revered, absolutely sacred Shakti Peeths.
And right at the very top sits this beautiful structure. It's a gorgeous blend of traditional Garhwali and Jansari architectural styles. Built with a stunning mix of local stone and wood, the main complex houses the venerated idol of Surkanda Devi, adorned in silk and silver. It's this exact shrine that draws thousands upon thousands of visitors from all over India, just to experience the sheer spiritual energy of the peak.
Moving on to Section 2, the steep climb.
Historically, reaching the top meant starting your journey in the chilly, pre-dawn darkness from a small village called Kadukahal. Pilgrims had to endure a grueling 2-hour hike up 2.5 kilometers of incredibly steep concrete stairs. We're talking the kind of climb that leaves your calves burning for days, a true test of endurance. But in 2022, everything changed. A modern ropeway was introduced, and it totally transformed that exhausting trek into a breezy, incredibly scenic 10-minute glide covering a direct 500-meter aerial route. Talk about a total game changer.
Which brings us to Section 3, engineering the ropeway. Now, what's really interesting here is that this wasn't just a simple build. Oh no, it was a massive 5 crore rupee infrastructure project, meticulously developed under a public-private partnership model. Engineers faced a huge topographical reality, a 231-meter elevation difference straight up from the valley floor to the summit. So, to figure out how to safely stretch a cable up the mountain, they had to meticulously plot and evaluate 5 completely different alignments. It's like a giant high-stakes puzzle.
The strict logic behind their final choice, which was Alternative 2, is super fascinating. They didn't just pick the shortest or easiest path, they picked the most environmentally responsible one. This specific alignment required minimal forest disruption. Only 32 trees had to be removed within the corridor, which is pretty amazing. It offered the highest geological stability, and crucially, it ensured the upper terminal station was kept at a respectful distance from the main shrine. You definitely don't want noisy machinery and crowding interfering with the temple's sacred peace and quiet, right?
As for the tech itself, the chosen system is a monocable jigback system. Basically, it has 16 cabins that fit 6 people each, so up to 96 passengers can securely float above the dense oak and deodar forests at any given time. It completely changed the logistics of the entire pilgrimage.
So, the crucial point is, Section 4, protecting the Himalayas.
Look, with more accessibility comes more people, and more people means more strain on the environment. It's inevitable. So they mapped out a totally sustainable water cycle. The ropeway facility has a daily water requirement of 15 kiloliters per day, or KLD. But instead of generating harmful runoff that just damages the mountainside, 9 KLD of that wastewater is captured and treated by 2 highly compact fluidized aerobic bioreactors. This treated water is then safely reused for flushing and gardening. It's a perfectly closed, eco-friendly loop.
But hey, what about solid waste? Instead of just burning garbage in the open mountain air, which would be terrible, the 92 kilograms of daily organic waste is managed through pyrolysis. Think of it like baking the waste instead of burning it.
It's a thermochemical decomposition process that uses super high heat in a totally oxygen-free environment. This breaks the waste down cleanly without traditional burning, and the resulting gas is actually scrubbed and used to generate energy. It keeps that pristine Himalayan air completely untouched. How cool is that?
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, the summit experience.
After the physical climb, the brilliant engineering, and the careful environmental care, we finally arrive at the peak. This is really where the engineering merges with the human reward. By democratizing access, the ropeway has allowed people who were totally shut out by the mountain's steepness before, we're talking the elderly, young kids, and disabled devotees, to finally experience the summit. Just like one local operator noted, they can finally find convenience and actually hear the mellow sound of the temple bells for themselves. That is a truly powerful thing.
And the visual reward waiting for them at 9,000 feet? It's simply staggering. Standing right there at the temple courtyard, visitors get a breathtaking 360-degree panorama. On a clear day, you are literally face-to-face with majestic, snow-capped giants like Nanda Devi, Swargarhini, Chowkamba, and Benderpunch, while these deep, lush valleys roll all the way down toward Dehradun and Rishikesh. It's absolutely unforgettable.
But it's not just a quiet viewing deck up there. The summit completely pulses with cultural vibrancy. Visitors joyfully celebrate their ascent by taking photos dressed up in colorful traditional Jansari garments, complete with local jewelry. Whether the peak is blanketed in heavy winter snow or it's bustling with the festive, vibrant energy of summer festivals like Ganga Dasera and Navratri, it is just so alive with deep, enduring local culture.
Which brings us to our final thought. The Surkanda Devi ropeway proves that we absolutely can engineer incredible access while still protecting the environment through brilliant solutions like those bioreactors and pyrolysis. But it leaves us with a pretty provocative question to chew on. As our infrastructure pushes further and higher into our most sacred, untouched peaks, how will we continue to strike this delicate balance between human devotion and ecological preservation? I really hope this explainer gave you a fascinating new perspective on what it takes to build a sustainable path to the clouds. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.